nails done.
What is up, guys? It's your boy Steve-O again, and I'm back again for yet another video review. And today we're going to be reviewing the Tomoquads Airstrike 3. So this is a 3-inch Stretch X frame design that you can purchase on Tomoquads.com, and I believe it's one of his latest frame designs that you can get on his website. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what components I have on this build. So we are running the Mamba motors, and these are the 1105 55 kV motors, which I really like. And with this build, we're running a 4-in-1 HG LRC stack. I believe it has a 28 amp ESC. We're running the Runcam Nano 2 for our camera. For our RX, we're running the full speed RC. And for our VTX, we got the Ishi Nano VTX that goes up to 400 milliwatt. So taking a look at the back of the build, you see I got my 420 capacitor, and I got that zip tied down to my aluminum standoff right here. And I do have it running down to my 4-in-1 ESC. Some of the parts that were left over in the build, go ahead and show you those. You will get some standoffs for your whip stack right here. A few of these nylon screws and bolts. These 2 screws right here, I didn't have to use them, but I'm not really sure exactly what they were for. You will get an extra standoff, and this is a nylon standoff. I chose to use the aluminum one. And it does have these antenna covers right here. You just got to cut those off and put them at the end of your antenna tube. So yeah, this build won't come with any antenna tubes, so that's one thing that you're gonna have to provide on your own. My build is coming in at about 83 grams dry, and with a 3S550 that I chose to use, I'm coming in at about 125 grams all up weight. So yeah, you can definitely save a lot more weight if we choose a whip style stack board, which is what I would recommend if we were gonna build this build. I chose to use a 4-in-1 just because that's all I had available at the time. So I think I can probably get this down to about 77 grams dry if I tried. So take a closer look at this canopy. I really like it a lot. It's really nice, sleek, and low profile. As you see on the top, we got our 2-fin design. And on the back, we have our opening for your VTX antenna. So something to take note of is that this canopy is only going to be able to accept 14x14 nano style cameras. So something like a regular micro is not going to be able to fit in this canopy. So that's one thing to take note of. Also, this 3-line strap design, which I had done, that's something that is custom that you're going to have to contact Tomo if you're going to want to have something like that done to your canopy. Let's take a look at the bottom of this frame. So you see that we do have a Stretch X frame design with 2.5 millimeter arms, and holding both of these arms together is a middle plate that's 2 millimeters thick. So everything is held on by M2 screws, and in the kit you're given some nuts to hold down these arms together. So these arms are detachable, so if you do break an arm, you can go to Tomoquads.com and buy replacements, which is really nice. In the kit, you're giving 3D printed arm protection as well. And we have a 2-hole configuration for your 1100X style motors. And also in the build, you're given a Tomoquads battery strap, which is really nice. And if we take a look underneath that battery strap, you see that we have 3 options for your board design. So we do have a 16x16, we have a 20x20, and we have a 26x26 for your whip style boards. One tip I like to mention is when you're building this build, to make sure that you have these arms mounted outside of this middle frame like I do here. Before I had it mounted underneath this middle frame, and I was having a hard time trying to get this TPU canopy to go in. So it's not going to go in right if you have this arm mounted underneath this middle plate. If we look at the back, I chose not to switch that around because I was kind of lazy. So if you take a look at my build, these back arms are a little bit more elevated than the front. So let's talk about the flat characteristics of the Airstrike 3. So you see to the left, I brought the Tomoquads CS3 out, and I pretty much swapped out the parts and dropped them into the Airstrike 3. And my first initial thoughts is that they were gonna fly, pretty similar, but I was completely wrong. So you see that on the Airstrike 3, we have more of a stretch X design here. We have a little bit more, prop separation. And let me bring out the CS3. You see that we have more of a true X design. So when I first threw my first few packs on this build, I could immediately tell that it felt a lot faster, a lot twitchier, a lot quicker. When you're making those stick movements, it just responds super quick and super responsive. You absolutely have no drag when you're flying this build. And those are, most of the characteristics that, a racer would want. So this is mainly geared to a racer. So if you're a racer, you're going to absolutely love it because it just corners very, very good. It feels like you're on rails when you're making those sharp turns, those sharp movements. You want to make those precise movements. This build is going to give you all of those characteristics that you want when you're racing. So that's going to do it for my full review of the Airstrike 3. Y'all guys head over to Tomoquads.com if you're interested in buying this frame. He has a whole lot of other frames that you can buy from 40 millimeters up to 3-inch frames. So go to Tomoquads.com and check him out. He makes really good frames, really good carbon. All his carbon is produced in the US as well. So y'all guys like, comment, and subscribe. FPV is life. And I'll see y'all guys on the next one. Out of here.
Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done.